Dehydration can slow you down, so you really have to keep an eye out for fresh, non-contaminated water when you're out in Silver Creek.
Try to be as prepared as possible. You're gonna want to set yourself up for success out there. But if you do find yourself a little underprepared, hopefully you have a teammate that'll let you crawl inside their backpack. Who knows, maybe they have juice boxes in there.
In Silver Creek, Shade Agents are using the rocket rink and abandoned roller skating rink as their base of operations. For the first time in the Division, the entire base of operations is a shared space. You can socialize, form a group, customize your character, and prep for your next operation. Each session begins and ends in the base of operations, and you'll be talking to Carmelita, Kevin, and Mackenzie quite often.
Each time players exfiltrate back to their base of operations, they take the materials and gear they've collected and store it in their personal armory to help them prepare for future days in the town.
When you're going up
Players
against rogue agents, you kind of get into a bit of a cat or mouse situation. For me, I'm definitely more of a mouse. You don't have to worry about rogue agents if they can't see you.
There's a couple different strategies you can use against rogue players. I love using Heartland's class skills to set up ambushes, coordinating with my teammates to make sure we're repairing our armor as needed. And then when the shooting's done, I love looking through their loot and taking all the good stuff.
Heartland will be a living game. The stories we tell on day one are just the beginning. We can't wait for players to dive in and take this journey with us.
We're thrilled to take the next step as we enter our testing phase. Our community team will be looking at feedback shared across social channels and on our official forums, while we evolve our game together with our community, shaping the long-term Heartland experience. The team is committed to creating the best possible experience for our players, and the community is invaluable in helping make that happen.
I really think we've created something that the original survival players will recognize, while also innovating with open world operations, dynamic contamination.
The team here at Red Storm is proud and feel we're really onto something. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling at home alongside the other amazing games in this universe. Thank you for taking this journey with us. We can't wait to have you join us in Silver Creek.
Contamination.
Is proud and feel we're really onto something. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling.
If you want to get your hands on the Division Heartland, sign up now for a chance to get into the next testing phase at thedivisionheartland.com. If you're chosen, you'll be granted 5 invites to share with 5 people you trust to squad up with and explore Silver Creek. You could also give them to 5 people you don't trust and bring a little chaos into your life. Get yourself on the list either way, and keep an eye out for more news this summer. When you play the Division Heartland, the Division Resurgence, and the Division 2, you'll be able to show your Shade street cred with cross-game rewards. Each game will grant you a reward you can redeem in each other game, which makes for rewards. Folks, Year 5 of the Division 2 starts in early June. Sign-ups are open now for upcoming playtests for the Division Resurgence and the Division Heartland. I'm Chris Waters, and on behalf of the Ubisoft folks working worldwide to bring you new stories, adventures, and challenges in the world of the Division, thank you for watching. We're going to send you off now with a video that brings together all the Division games onto one timeline to help you see how they all intersect. This is going to include some glimpses of events you've never been able to play before that will be featured in the Division Resurgence. Enjoy!
Agents, as new recruits to the Strategic Homeland Division, it is my job to bring you up to speed with what's happened. So pay attention closely, as we don't have much time. In late November, a man-made disease called the Green Poison was unleashed into Manhattan on one of retail's busiest days of the year, Black Friday. By early December, New York was brought to its knees. The world watched closely as the events unfold. Ultimately, Presidential Directive 51 was executed, and the agents were activated to protect civilians and key locations. It wasn't long before reports started pouring in from first-wave agents about the unimaginable levels of chaos that they were witnessing. Among other missions, first-wave agents are tasked with escorting a local community leader to safety, but find themselves coming to the aid of the Trinity Church, which is under attack by raiders. They arrived, but were too late. The group had already left. and had taken a number of key medical personnel with them as hostages. The agents were able to catch up with the raiders on Liberty Island, but this came at a cost. They continued to fight the growing violence in an attempt to restore order to the city, but within days, contact with the entire division team in New York was lost. In early January, a new wave of division agents in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., was activated by the president. Food and gas shortages, combined with widespread power outages, created citywide rioting and looting. High-level government officials are relocated to secure sites around the country. After suffering heavy losses on their way into the area, the second wave begins clearing the hostile presence alongside the JTF. The effects of the dollar flu is now being felt across the globe as it continued to spread. Late January, a unit of division agents are sent to a small town in the middle of the US called Silver Creek. Their mission was to quickly and quietly secure and protect a high-value government seed storage complex in the city. Early February, the city of Boston Falls, Massachusetts agents are activated. In Washington, D.C., the situation continued to get worse. The broken chain of command in the US military caused troops to be thrown into crisis. There were desertions, widespread deaths, and the uprisings of hostile factions were starting to get out of control. Early to mid-February, first-wave agents who survived the early events of the New York City outbreak find themselves at the Manhattan base of operations. They go on to continue their mission of saving what remains and help in protecting the new peaceful civilian settlements that were starting to pop up throughout the city. It is at this time that they also encounter a new menace that has been plaguing the city, calling themselves Freemen. In March, Silver Creek's power grid went offline, but was subsequently brought back up with the help of the Nelson Botanical Conservatory. By mid-March, following a series of riots, Silver Creek City Centre is barricaded to keep future refugees at arm's length. Martial law was established, and the Silver Creek Militia was formed. By early May, Washington, D.C. falls. On top of this, the SHD network has been taken down. Agents from around the nation are redirected to D.C. to restore order and repair the SHD network. All, apart from the agents in Silver Creek. They are told to stand their ground, as the government complex is too important to lose, even in the face of disaster in D.C. The months between March and late June is when rural America began its heavy downward spiral, and this was going unnoticed, as support was being focused around major centers. Chaos erupts, people die, and no help comes. By late June, Silver Creek City Centre is engulfed by a new wave of riots and refugees. August, DC agents receive a distress call from New York City. Lower Manhattan has been attacked, and the man responsible is someone we've been looking for since the early days of the outbreak. Late August, Silver Creek has been taken over by two warring factions, calling themselves the Vultures and the Reapers. Vastly outnumbered and unprepared, an agent called in for aid over local SHD frequencies. This has just been a brief roundup of events, agents, as this is all that time allows. Command has informed me of a big intel drop coming soon, so stay alert. But for now, you have your placement details, so get out there and give them hell. Extremis Malus, Extrema Remedia.